Did you know that it's so easy to build a chatbot and put it into your website, whether it be for business or whether it be for your personal website? Chatbots have become easier and easier to create, and they have been really easy to put it into your website. So which is why exactly I'm going to show you how in this video you can create a chatbot for yourself that you can put into your website, or you can also put it into a business website or whatever. So if you are interested in creating a chatbot for your website, then this video is for you. And in this video, we're going to see how you can do that. So let's get into the video. We're going to be creating our chatbot with Voiceflow. So guys, this is the website, and we're going to create a chatbot that can be integrated into a web page or a website. So it doesn't have to be a specific website. It can be any website. It could be your business's website. It could be your personal website, whatever. It doesn't matter, all right? It doesn't matter. So now what we need to do, now I'm going to show you a demo of how it works. So in order to access the chatbot, what you need to do is you need to click on this icon over here. So you click on this icon and you're going to click this volume button. So this volume button will allow the chatbot to speak, to read your text, read your answers. So we're going to enable that. And now we're going to click start new chat.
Hi there, I'm your new AI agent. Ask a question, and I'll use the knowledge you provided to respond.
So now over here, the question that you're going to ask the chatbot has to be, this is a very important part. So you can only ask the chatbot the questions to which you train the chatbot. All right, but don't worry about this, guys. I'm going to show you exactly how you can do this in the video. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do this in the video. But for now, I'm just going to use a sample question. Okay, for example, I'll just ask who is
Abdul Rafa Akram is the person responsible at Vixel, a company that special.
So the chatbot is able to answer. But the reason why the chatbot is able to answer is because I have trained the chatbot and I have provided the chatbot's knowledge base with that information. But don't worry, guys, I'm going to exactly show you how to do this, okay? So that was the demo, and now we're going to move on to the further part of the video, and now we're going to see how you can exactly create a chatbot just like what you are seeing right now. So don't worry, guys, and let's continue on the video. So before we go further into the video, I just want to let you know one thing, which is in this video, I'm showing you how to create a chatbot for a business, okay? But don't worry, even if you want to create a chatbot for your personal website, the process is still the same, okay? So don't worry. So there are certain requirements in order to create the chatbot and integrate it into your website. So the the number one requirement is that you need a website with a working domain. Number one. Number two is that you need a Voiceflow account. All right, so these are the two things that you're going to need in order to build this chatbot that I am going to show you in this video. Okay, don't worry, guys, it's going to be simple. All right, to make this fair and simple, we're going to break this video down into 4 steps. Number one, we're going to create the chatbot. Number two, we're going to create a web page, or if you already have a website or a web page, you're going to be good to go. Number three, we're going to customize the chatbot. Number four, we're going to deploy it into the web page that you created or a website that you already have. So if you guys are thinking that this is going to be complicated, trust me, it's not going to be complicated. If I can do it, then definitely you can do it as well. So I promise you this is going to be very simple and very easy to follow. So let's go and let's make this chatbot right now. A little disclaimer that I wanted to give in this video is that Voiceflow allows you to create chatbots for free for only up to 14 days. So after your 14-day trial, you're going to be asked to upgrade to the paid version. So just a little disclaimer for that, okay? So now this is the website in which we're going to have our chatbot. So we're going to place the chatbot over here, right here. So this is a website. It could be a personal website. It could be a business website, as we have discussed before. So the one thing that you want to take care about is, you see this website over here must have a domain. It must be published to the World Wide Web. It must be published so that you have a domain. And what we're going to do is we're going to use this domain and we're going to create our chatbot. So we're going to go over to Voiceflow. And now the first thing that this is basically the first step in which we're creating the chatbot. Okay. So now when you head over to Voiceflow, you're going to be asked to connect your Google account into Voiceflow, and then you will have a Voiceflow account. And now you want to set up your account. So what's the goal of your AI agent? So we'll just choose automate customer support. So we'll just click continue. And then what are you building? We're going to be building chat and voice. So it doesn't matter what you choose, but you need to choose according to your requirements. Okay, that's important. So just choose whatever you want. And who are you building these? Who are you building agents for? You'll say myself, or you can say whatever. How many employees do you have? We'll just say one. Yes or no, that depends on you. So we'll just say no, no, and then you'll just do this. Answer this. Okay, now this is the part where you need to train the model. Okay, but don't worry about this. You can change this later as well. Don't worry about this. Okay, you can change this. No problem in that. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take that domain and you're going to copy it. You're going to copy it, and now we're going to go over to Voiceflow, and you're going to paste that URL in. We're going to import that, and now your chatbot will be ready in a while. So just don't worry about the URL. You can always change it later. Okay, so now after that, there you go. Your chatbot is now ready and it is trained. So the URL that you put in your website, that is the information that the chatbot has. So that it becomes the brain of your chatbot. So now what you need to do is you can just test out this chatbot. For example, earlier in this website, what we did over here was, so every page that there is in this website, for example, what is Nexoraf, and all of the information that's there in this website, now the chatbot has that same information. So now we can go about and ask the chatbot any question. For example, what is, we'll just ask, what is Nexo wrap? And now we're just testing the chatbot and it's able to answer that question. So that was the testing of your chatbot. So now your chatbot is ready. So now all we need to do is move towards the next step, which is to create the web page. Okay, so now let's make this simple. So now you're going to need a website into which you're going to integrate your chatbot into. So for example, I am creating a business chatbot. Okay, I am creating a chatbot that is going to be used for business purposes. So for example, I have this website which is NexoRaf, and I want to create a chatbot into this website. So what I'm going to do is I am going to train the chatbot with this same website. But if you want to create a personal website, you can still do the same thing, but there are many different options. If you want to train the chatbot with a different website, and if you want to put it in put the chatbot in a different website, you could do that as well. But in my case, I am building a chatbot for a business purpose. So this is my business website, and I use this same website to train my chatbot, and I am also putting the chatbot in the same website. Okay, I hope you understand. I hope you guys understand what I mean. If you have any questions or anything that you don't understand, let me know in the comments down below. Okay, I will answer all of those questions. Okay, so bear with me. So we're going to create a chatbot in this website. Okay, and another thing that you're going to need for doing this is the code of this website. Okay, the code of the website into which you want to integrate the chatbot into. Okay, that's what you're going to need. So but don't worry, you don't have to have technical skills for this. It's pretty simple. All right, so let's do this right now. So we have our website. Okay, and now what we're going to do is, so that means we're done with the second step, because the second step was to create a web page, right? Create a web page or website into which you can actually integrate the chatbot into. Okay, so we're done with the first and the second step. So now we're going to move on to the third step, which is to customize your chatbot. Okay, so there might be a scenario where you want to create a chatbot for your personal website. Okay, now in that case, I recommend that you train your chatbot with your personal website's URL. Okay, and you put the chatbot into your same website. Okay, of your personal website. Okay, now that is what I recommend. So, and there's one more thing that I wanted to discuss with you guys, is that now there are different scenarios. Okay, for example, your website may be made with code, or maybe it may be made with Wix or WordPress or Canva, or it might be a no-code platform, or it might be a coded platform. For example, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. There are many different ways in which you can build a website. For example, Python, Django. So what I wanted to do with you guys is that if your website is made up of code, okay, let's say if you coded up your website, and then it's going to be easy for you to extract the code. Okay, but if your website is made up of a no code platform like Wix or WordPress or or whatever, then it's going to be hard for you to extract the code. Okay, now if your website is made up of these no code platforms, then what's going to happen is you're going to have to use a different service. Okay, you're gonna have to use a different service. Okay, but don't worry, I'm gonna link a video in the description down below for you guys to check it out. Okay, don't worry about that. You can still build a chatbot, and your dreams are not gonna get crushed. Okay, you can still build a chatbot for your website, even if your website is made up of a no code platform. If your website is made up of a coded platform, for example HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, if you have used those languages to code your website, like for example a simple website, then is you can easily extract the code, and I'm going to show you how to extract the code of a website. Okay, if this works for you, then it's going to be fine, but if it does not work for you, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll help you with whatever you need. Okay, okay, so now I'm going to show you how to extract the code of a website with Windows. Okay, if you are on a Mac, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll help you with whatever you need. Okay, so you're going to go into the website, and this is our website, and this is the website in which we want to input slash integrate our chatbot into. So we need to access the code. All right, we need to access the code. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click, and we're going to go over to view page source, and that is going to give us the code of the website. Okay, that is going to give us the code of the website. But if you already have this code, and using this code, but if you already have your code through which you built your website, what you need to do is you need to edit that code. Okay, you need to edit that code, and you need to add a little bit of code that I'm going to show you later on. Okay, but just in case, if your website is made up of a no code platform, try to do this. Okay, try to go over your website and try to right click and click on view page source. Just click on view page source, and that's going to give you a code. If you can find the code of your website, you're going to be good to go. Okay, but if you already have it in your VS Code or wherever you build that website, then you're going to be okay. Okay, so now the next thing you want to do is make sure that you have this code. Okay, make sure that you have this code of your website. Okay, but if you're not able to access the code of your website, maybe because of your no code website, or maybe because of your Mac, just let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, so now we're going to see how you can customize your chatbot. Okay, so once you're on the dashboard, what you want to do is you want to head over to integrations, integration, and you want to head over to web chat. And when you head over to web chat, you're going to come over here and it's going to show you a code. I'll tell you in a minute what this code is. So before that, let's see how you can customize your chatbot. So first of all, you can choose a name for your chatbot. So for example, I have chosen Agent Nexo. You can choose anything that you want that suits with your business or with your personal website. You can even have it the same name as yours. You can even have it the same name as yours. So for example, I'll just say Agent Nexo 2. It's going to change afterwards when we have published it. So right now, it's not going to change right now. It's going to change after we have published it. So now the next thing is description. Like for example, the description is what's going to come over here, like how I can help you today. You can change that if you want. How I can assist you today, for example, we can also type that. How can I assist you today? You can change that as well. Now you can change other settings as well if you want to change that. If you want the chatbot to speak for the answers as it displays the text, you can change that over here. If you don't want that to happen, you can switch it off. If you want that to happen, you can turn it on. And that's pretty much the settings. Now the next thing comes is appearance. You can actually adjust the appearance of the chatbot with your brand or with your business website or with your theme of your website. So suppose in my case it's blue and white, right? So it's already blue and white. So I can change the blue if I want. I can make it a little bit more light blue, or I can make it dark blue. This is pretty simple. You guys can come around here and hang out here for a little bit. You'll figure it out. So you can change the colors over here. You can also upload an image. So for example, I'm gonna choose this image. I can choose any image. I can choose whatever image that you have. For example, if I want to upload my image, I'll just put that image in there, and now it has my image. So there was one thing that I wanted to tell you guys, is that the launcher that you see over here, the launcher, is going to be displayed as a circle. Okay, and you're going to click on this launcher and it's going to launch the chatbot. I'll show you an example of how this is going to look like. So for example, it's going to look like this. When you click on this chatbot, that opens up, right? So that was the image that I was talking about. So you can do the same over here. So you can choose any image. For example, I chose my image. You can choose any image, don't worry. Now the next thing that we can choose is the next image, which is the agent image. That's going to be displayed on the top over here with its name. Okay, so just click on upload image. If you want to change it, you can choose any image, don't worry about this. So just we're just going to choose an image. For example, I'll just choose this image. So we've got that image, and I'll just keep the next one the same. So that is how you customize your chatbot and change the appearance. So that's pretty much it. But before we actually move on, I want to talk about this code. So this is the code of your chatbot, and this is the code that you're going to add onto your website. Okay, you're going to add this code onto your website's code. So we're going to talk about this more in the next part, but for now I want you guys to do one more thing, that is going to be to publish your chatbot. In order to do that, head over to content, then head over to workflows, then head over to go to canvas, and over here this is going to be a representation of how the chatbot works. So for example, it's you click on that button and then the chatbot starts, and then is it displays this message, "Hi there, I'm your new AI agent." And after that it's trained to display information. It's trained to ask it's trained to ask questions to you and reply them back with the information that you have provided to the chatbot. So it's going to reply with the information that it is trained with. So now to publish your chatbot, you're going to click publish over here on the top right. So you're going to click publish, and you can choose a name. So we'll just choose agent XO. So now we just click publish, and that's going to pretty much start working on the publishing part. And after a while, it's going to be done publishing your chatbot. So now there are only a bunch of more steps remaining to complete this, and hold on tight with me. I know you guys are excited. I know you guys are almost there. We're almost there to build your chatbot and put it into your website. Okay, guys. So until now, we have done a lot of stuff. So we're just gonna do one thing, and we're gonna look at what we have done until now. So basically, we extracted this code from this website, our sample business website. We extracted this code and we have made a chatbot until now. So this is the code of the chatbot, okay? This is the code of your chatbot. And this is the code of your website. So now we're going to do a very simple thing, and we're going to add the code of the chatbot from here into this code of the website. But we're not going to do it in here. We're going to use a text editor, okay? You can use Visual Studio Code or whatever text editor you want to use, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this code in this website, okay? The code of the chatbot. So this is how you do it, okay? So now you want to open your text editor or any other text editor that you have. So in my case, it is Visual Studio Code. And what I'm going to do now is I have actually opened my folder in which I have stored my website's files. Okay, so this over here is my website's files. We have the HTML, the CSS, and this is a very important file. I'm going to show you later on the video why this file is really important, okay? So then we have our JavaScript file. So this is the main file, which is the HTML file. Okay, the HTML file is connected to the style.css and the script.js. Okay, so those files are connected, okay? So as you can see over here, currently we're at the HTML file, and all of those files are linked, okay? The JavaScript file and the CSS file, okay, they're linked. So as you can see over here, we have been linking those two files. Okay, so now one thing that I want to mention over here is, so now we need to add this code in our text editor, okay? But before that, there's one thing that you have to take care of. Over here, it says that we need to paste this code in the HTML file, and we need to paste it before closing the body tag. Now, what is the body tag? The body tag is the HTML tag that is used to create web pages, okay, or a web page. So we're gonna have to upload this code before the body tag, okay, before closing the body tag. So we're just gonna copy it, and now we're gonna head over to Visual Studio Code, and now as you can see, this is where the body tag ends, and this is where the body tag starts. So you can basically upload that code that you just copied from the Voiceflow. You can upload it anywhere. So I'm just going to upload it over here, and then you just want to make sure that you align this script tag correctly. Yes, there you go. Now it's aligned. So now what we're going to do is we're going to save this, and now we're going to open our web page once again. So we're going to head over to sample website, then we're going to head over to index.html. So there you go, there is our website, and as you can see over here, this is our chatbot. So we can start new chat.
Hi there, I'm your new AI agent. Ask a question, and I'll use the knowledge you provided to respond.
So as you can see, it clearly responds to our this is basically how it responds, okay? So for example, I'm going to ask a question. What is Nexoraf? For example, this was the business name that we had over here. So we're just going to ask that question.
Nexoraf is a company dedicated to solving real-world challenges through innovative solutions. Here's a concise overview of what they offer. Chatbot creation. They develop smart AI.
Okay, so the chatbot is working. Okay, so now there is one thing that I wanted to mention. The reason why the chatbot knows this information is because of the URL that we had taken from over here. So this was the URL that we had put into our website, into our chatbot before we started creating our chatbot. When we started creating our chatbot, we had put in this URL. Okay, so this URL basically contains information in this website that is there in this entire website. So this link, this domain has all of that information. Okay, so when we put that information when we put that link into the chatbot's brain, the chatbot automatically knows what is Nexoraf, what is all of the information that's there in the website, so they can automatically respond to the questions that are related to Nexoraf. I hope you guys understand. If you have any questions, right, let me know in the comment section down below, okay? So that's how the chatbot really works. But now, in the earlier part of the video, I mentioned that you can always change that. If you are having trouble with the URL, if you're not able to have a URL, you can still change that, okay? No problem in that. So in order to change that, head over to Voiceflow. Okay, head over to Voiceflow and go over to content, go over to knowledge, and that's going to take you over here. So now, okay, the point that I'm trying to make over here right now is that the knowledge base of your chatbot is the brain of your chatbot. Okay, so over here we had provided the chatbot with this link, okay, which is the URL or the link of our website. So because of that, the chatbot was able to access all of the information in the website, and it was able to provide answers related to our business, okay, which was this Nexoraf. I hope you guys are able to understand. If not, let me know in the comment section down below, okay? So let's say if you want to add like a document, or if you want to change this website, or if you want another document to be there in the chatbot's brain, for example. For that, you're going to have to click on Add Source, the top right blue button, click on that and click on Upload File. So basically, if you want to train the chatbot with a document, you can basically have a written document in which you can have details about yourself. For example, if you want to create a personal website, if you're having a personal website in which you want to create a chatbot, in that case, you can have a document that gives details about you, and you can upload that in the chatbot's brain, and then it can automatically understand that, okay, this is this person, I know this about this person. So the chatbot will look at the document that you have uploaded, and it will get trained based upon that information, and it will be able to answer all the questions that a user who comes into your website and asks those questions. So that was one thing that I wanted to mention. Okay, so that's how you train it, and now we have our chatbot into our website. Okay, but now there is one thing that I want to mention over here. Right now, if you notice, right now I'm on Brave browser. Okay, I'm on Brave, and if you notice that this domain over here is published. Okay, this domain is published. So if I'm going to give you the link of this website in the description down below so you can access it. Okay, but now here's the difference. Okay, so you're going to be able to access this website. Okay, this website you're going to be able to access it, but unless I publish, now I'm on Firefox, so now you're not going to be able to access this website. Why? Because it is not published, it is not deployed into the server. Okay, so you need to deploy this website. Okay, because I have made changes to the website, so now I'm going to have to deploy that website. I'm going to have to deploy this website. Okay, so now our chatbot is ready. Now all we need to do is deploy this web page, and we're going to be done. So later in the video, I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay, I'm going to show you this in the next part. Okay guys, so we have come towards the last step of this video. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to deploy our web page into a web server. Okay, now before we get further into this, so what do I mean by deploying it? So now deploying basically means that your website, it's made up of files. Okay, your website or your web page, it is made up of files, code, and data. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to send that data, code, and files to a web server. Okay, and once you've done that, your website or web page will be deployed into the web server. Okay, so now there are many ways to do this. You can use GoDaddy or you can use Bluehost. They offer you with many different packages which will get your website / web page hosted with the domain into a web server. Now hosting and domain are two different things that you're going to need in order to deploy your web page. Okay, so those are two things that are very important. Okay, but don't worry, I'll link a video in the description down below for you guys to check it out. Okay, so before we go further, there was a file that I talked about to you guys that was called Vixel.json, as you can see over here. So okay, before we get further into this, I wanted to talk to you guys about Vixel. So Vixel is a platform that allows you to deploy your website or web page for free. They don't charge anything, they do it completely for free. Okay, so that is called Vixel. And if you want to deploy your website with Vixel, you're going to need this file. Okay, Vixel.json. And it's very important that your Vixel.json file must be there with your index, which is your HTML file. It must be there in the same folder. Okay, so for example, I have my website's HTML over here. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that I have my Vixel.json file in the same folder. Now this is important for you guys who are trying to create, who are trying to deploy your web page with Vixel. Okay, make sure that you have this file Vixel.json. Okay, now it doesn't have to be the same name of the file, but it's important that you have this piece of code in that file. Okay, now the name doesn't matter. The name can be different, but this code is important. Okay, this code is very important. So now let's look at what this code does. So basically, in Vixel, what are we doing? We're deploying our web page to a web server. So now deploying basically means that you transfer your data of your website, the code of your website, and all of the functionalities in your website into a server. Okay, into a web server. That's what you're doing. So in order to route that data correctly into this correct server, you're going to need a functionality called rewrites. So this is a functionality specifically in Vixel. Okay, Vixel. So this is a specific functionality in Vixel, and this only works for Vixel. So it allows you to correctly route the data and all of the information in your website to the server, so that when a user comes in and he wants to access your website, they can ask the server for the website, and then the server can provide them with the information. Now this basically means that when another user, for example your friend or somebody else who wants to access your website, they're going to be asking the server for your website, correct? So your server is going to be able to take all the information from your website and is going to be able to send it back to the client, which is going to be your user. Okay, I hope this makes sense to you guys. All right, so that's what the rewrite function does. Okay, so now the next thing that you want to do is you want to go over to GitHub. Okay, you want to go over to GitHub and you want to create a new repository. Okay, so now GitHub is going to be connected with Vixel. Okay, now we're going to look at how this is going to work. So we're going to create a new repository in GitHub. So now you can just click, you can create any repository name. For example, we will say so we'll just create a new repository. And don't worry guys, if you're not familiar with this, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll help you out with whatever you need. Okay, so once you've created a new repository, so now we're going to take the VS Code. We're going to take the files from your VS Code and we're going to put it into the GitHub. Okay, we're going to put your code into GitHub. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to head over to your command prompt. Okay, so now this is what we're going to do. We're going to take the code from your VS Code and we're going to put it into GitHub. Okay, so now the first thing that you want to do is you want to head over to your files and you want to work out your file directory. Okay, for example, in my case, I have stored my website's files in a folder called samples website, and over here I have all of my HTML file, JavaScript file, Vixel file, and style.css. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the directory of this file, we're going to copy it, and then we're going to go into command prompt and we're going to cd into the file directory in which you have stored your website's files. So we're going to press cd and we're going to go into our sample website, and now we have come into our file directory in which we have stored our website's files. So now you want to go back to GitHub. So go over to GitHub and copy the first 3 lines and then head over to command prompt, paste those, press enter, and now enter git space add space full stop. Okay, so now you want to do the same thing, but now we're going to choose the last 4 lines. Okay, so over here we faced an error in command line prompt, and in order to fix this error, we're going to do one thing. We're going to say git set URL remote origin, and what this is going to do is this is going to change the origin. Okay, over here if you notice that this is the origin that we have, and this is actually an old URL, and we need to change this to the new one. Okay, this was a previous GitHub repository that I had, which I deleted currently, so that's why it's showing an error, and I had already used this origin in a previous website, so that's why it shows an error. So now what we're going to do is we need to paste the link of our GitHub repository over here. Okay, so in order to go access that, what you want to do is you want to go over here and you want to access this link over here, okay, on the top. So just copy that and then just type just gonna paste that up. Okay, we don't need that. Okay, you know what, we'll just erase all that and we'll just do this. Okay, so after that, at the end you just want to make sure that you have .git. Okay, there seems to be an error once again. Okay, so there's one more thing that we can do to fix that. You can just go over here and go over here. So you can just copy this. So this is the command that you're going to need in order to fix this. Okay, so git remote set URL origin. So then you can just do that once again. So this was the error. I had put remote first, and then I had put you got to put remote first and then URL. Okay, so that seems to be okay. And now what you're going to do is you're going to try once again. Now we have changed the origin to our new GitHub repository, and now we're going to try once again and try to import that. So we were trying to import these last 4 lines, and it threw an error. So we're going to copy these, and now we're going to go over here, and we're going to, no, that's the URL. You want to remove that. We don't need that. Okay, remember, we need those last 4 lines. Okay, we need those last 4 lines. So just copy that, head over to command line prompt, then paste them, click enter. Okay, so it shows done over here. Now what we basically did right now, we were trying to push our website's code into GitHub, okay, into GitHub, but we haven't deployed our website yet. Okay, so wait for the moment right now. So in order to check if you have done it correctly, just head over to GitHub again, and reload this. Okay, there's still an error. Okay, let's try one more time. So head over to GitHub again, refresh again. Okay, it's still not working. Okay, so let's try one more time and let's get the last 4 lines one more time. Don't worry guys, bear with me, okay? We're gonna do this, alright? We promise we're gonna do this, okay? So just wait for a little bit time. It's just doing it. So let's refresh one more time. Okay, it still didn't get uploaded. As you can see now, it has come in to GitHub. So it just took a little bit of time after the last video. It took a little bit of time, and after you see this once again, that means it has uploaded. Okay, so this is basically the directory. Okay, this is the directory, and it shows you the directory. And then what you want to do is you want to refresh this, and then it's going to show you the files of your website. So index.html is the HTML file of our website. Script.js is the JavaScript file. Style.css is the cascading style sheet file. And Vercel.json is the rewrite functionality of Vercel. Okay, so now once we have this repository ready, now we're going to head over to Vercel and we're going to deploy our website. Okay, so now you want to head over to Vercel. So we're going to go over to Vercel. So just bear with me. So we're going to go over to vercel.com. And then from there, we're going to head over to add new. We'll click on project. So the thing about Vercel is that it's automatically gonna be connected to GitHub. Okay, so as you can see over here, it directly says import GitHub repository, and it's gonna be connected to your GitHub account. Make sure that you connect your GitHub account with Vercel. Okay, so I have already done that in my scenario, but if you guys are having trouble doing that, let me know in the comment section down below. So what you want to do is you want to connect your GitHub account into your Vercel account. Okay, they're going to show you an option. So just choose your GitHub account, and you want to make sure that you sign in with GitHub. Okay, sign in on Vercel with GitHub, and then just it's going to show you a repository. It's going to show you your repositories. So if you remember, when we made our repository, we named it as website -new-. So you're going to see that once again over here. and you just want to click on import. So now over here, so now we're ready for deployment. Now you just want to click on deploy. So now this is going to take a little bit of time and our website will be deployed. So that's it. And in order to access your website, click on continue to dashboard. And there you go. So this is going to be your domain of your website. Okay, this is going to be a domain of your website. So just click on that domain. And now here you go, your website is deployed. So now everybody in the entire world can access this website. If I were to give you the link of this website in the description down below, you would be able to access this website. So this is the link of the website, and here is our chatbot, and this chatbot has all of the information of this particular website. So guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys were able to follow. If not, let me know in the comment section down below. There's one thing that I wanted to tell you guys is that if you are making your chatbot, and if you want to make your chatbot in a no-code website, you're gonna have to use a different service for that. Okay, many no-code websites, they have their own integration of creating a chatbot. Okay, for example, Wix, WordPress, you can create a chatbot with many different sources as well. Okay, the solution that I told you is specifically for the people who have their website made with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, so if you have a website that is made up of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, then this is a good solution for you. But the thing about no-code websites is that it doesn't mean that you cannot integrate chatbots into a no-code website. You definitely can, but you're gonna have to use a different service. Okay, so there are many different services. For example, Fastbots AI, and then there is also a Chatbase.ai. So there are different services that you can use. So don't worry about it. If you guys enjoyed the videos, like, comment, and let me know what you guys think about the video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys. Thank you so much for watching, guys.